everyone, good day, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I've been gone, I haven't been making videos, but today, as I promised, probably my next video, sorry my hair is messed up, my next video most likely is gonna be about stage 3. Well, I was right. So today we got this bad boy here. I'm about to put it on the lift, about to lift it up, and today is gonna be part 1 of the stage 3. It's a little late, it's already today. I got maybe a few hours of daylight, even though I can work through the night, which I don't really feel like it. But so today I'm planning on doing the injectors. I guess if you guys watched my previous videos, when I bought the stage 3 items, I got 750cc injectors. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to install them. So today I'm gonna take out the frame rail, and then pretty much decompress it, take the pressure out of it. I'll show you how to do that. Remove it, put the new injectors in it, and then put it back in. So that's gonna be the video for today. And tomorrow, well, this video is gonna be, probably gonna be the only thing I'm gonna be doing is the injectors. And then tomorrow I'm gonna start filming again, and I'm gonna start doing the turbo and the manifold and everything related with the turbo, like putting the wastegate on from the old turbo, the elevate wastegate, and then also I got the elevate ECRV valve, the diverter valve, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna be putting that on the turbo too before I install it. So I'll show you guys all that. I'll show you guys all the items again, for those of you that haven't seen it, that haven't watched my previous videos that I described the items and the details about them. I'll be making the next video regarding all that. But today we're gonna focus on the injector. So I'm gonna take the old ones out, put the new ones in, and then we'll wrap up the video. I'll show you guys how to do it pretty much from start to finish. Okay, let's first take a look where the fuel rail is. It's right here. I'm gonna have snap piping, so I'm gonna have to take the piping off. Probably just gonna have to pull this silicone hose and this one off, and then this hose that goes to your oil trap. So I'll just pull this one off, pull it off of there. And actually I may need to pull this bad boy off. It looks like, well, maybe not, maybe yes, I don't know, but it sure does look like it. So anyways, and then there's also, I believe that's the bolt right there to release the pressure from the fuel rail. If you don't really care, you can kind of just pull this sensor out. Just unscrew the sensor and then put a towel over it and just pull it out. Or let the car sit for quite a bit, so it releases pretty much all the fuel pressure that's in it. But if you're pulling it out right, pretty much as soon as you pull it in, then there is going to be some fuel splashing, so be careful. So yeah, right now I'm going to get going. I'm going to take the intake pipe off, and I will see whether, no, I don't think I will be able to, because there's an injector under there too. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to pull that off. That sucks a little bit. That means I'm going to have to somehow support the engine from underneath, so when I pull this out, so it doesn't drop too much. Oh well, we got to do what we got to do. I forgot, I think the P2R, the 60R, the older ones from 2003 or 4 to 2007, they're much easier. There's nothing blocking it like this one. This one is not crazy hard, but quite a bit harder than the P2R. Okay, give you guys an update. I got my mount off, IPD torque mount. This is after, like, I think a year, almost 2 years of use. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. And then I got the bracket, the torque mount bracket off, and then all this stuff. This stuff I just took it off because I know I'm gonna have to take it off anyways. All this is gonna come off anyways. I'll tell you guys all about that later. But yeah, I had to unhook these. You carefully press and then just carefully move them out from here, from the coolant reservoir. And once you remove those, move the coolant reservoir around to clear these bolts from the torque mount. When you take them off from that side, pretty much this bolt and this bolt, you'll need to move the coolant reservoir around to clear it, Now I have all the access I need. So now I'm just gonna start unplugging. 1 injector, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unplug all the injectors. Today I kind of feel lazy, so I'm just gonna unplug this and then probably just pull the rail out. If it sprays, it's whatever. I'm lazy. But I'm pretty sure if you want to release pressure, this is the screw right here to release the pressure. But if you guys want to do that, but I'm not gonna do that, or just pull the sensor. So it's up to you guys. But yeah, I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm not gonna go through the headache. The car's been sitting for a good few hours. Maybe not. Anyways, doesn't matter. But either way, yeah, I'm pulling the rail off. And then after you unplug all the injectors, I pulled, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, pulled the battery clamp off. I like to do, especially when you're unplugging electrical stuff, you kind of want one of the terminals of the battery off to stop the car from freaking out. And yeah, and then after that you start removing the connectors, and then there's 1, 2, 3 8mm bolts, and then just work the fuel rail out. It's not that difficult. And then the coolant line, you just pop this off. It comes off very easy, as you can see, and yeah, that should clear it. So now it's piece of cake to do stuff. Okay, so after you get the 3 8mm bolts off, you just have to kind of wiggle the rail around and just pry on it pretty hard from both sides. I just grabbed it on both sides and just wiggled it around and just pulled it up, and it came out. And mine had quite a bit of sand and dirt stuff in underneath that you can see on the sides of it, so I had to vacuum the ports, vacuum it out and wipe it with towels. Also, I won't be using these injectors, but I'll wipe them down. But yeah, to remove the injectors now from the fuel rail, there's those little bolts right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, actually 4. What am I talking about? 2 there, and then 2 here. I believe that's it. And then you slide that bracket back. And then just be careful, make sure nothing falls out, because that probably will fall out if you're not careful. So take those bolts out, that's what I will do. And then yeah, just pull it off, pull this locking plate off, and then yeah, the injectors will be able to come out. As you can see, I got those 2 screws out, those 2 right there. The size on the Torx is T25 star bit, or whatever they call it, Torx 25. And then yeah, you take that off, and then you just slide this carefully off and hold it upside down, and then you just pry the injectors out. It comes out right there. Some of the injectors will come out without this seal, so you'll need to grab one of these tools and then just kind of carefully, without scratching it, pull them out and put them back on the injectors. But yeah, that's the stock injectors. Now I'm gonna get the aftermarket one in, clean this off, put the aftermarket ones in, lock them in, put the screws back, and put the rail back. Okay, comparing the 2 injectors, this is the new one, obviously. This is the old one. Well, the new one, the little edge, or whatever you want to call it, the pointy part right there, is a little longer. And let's look at the bottom. So on the bottom here, there's holes, little tiny holes. On this one, on the OEM one, is only 4 holes. On this one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 holes. So this one is 12 times, no, so 4, so that's 8 times more flow is capable of. So if this is 750cc injectors, you minus, you know, 8 times, I guess. I don't know, whatever the calculation is. I'm not gonna try to act smart and calculate that, because I don't have the brains to do that. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, that's the comparison of them 2 laying side by side. Not exactly the same, but yeah, it should work. They said it's plug and play. This is Bosch 750cc. Okay, so just like that, the injectors are in, and we're gonna put it back in. So you got to make sure that the connectors is facing the opposite side of what the actual fuel pressure sensor is facing. And yeah, fairly simple. And make sure there's gonna be some fuel leaking out, so when you twist it, it's all right. So yeah, I'm gonna put it back and tighten the fuel rail. And that's gonna be it. And tomorrow I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna remove that fake firewall, the wipers, the oil trap, because I'm gonna replace it, and then get to the turbo. And so yeah, stay tuned for that one. But yeah, for the injectors, if you guys want to upgrade your injectors or if you want to replace them, that's how you do it. Hopefully this helps somebody. I don't know, I didn't check YouTube whether somebody had this or not. This is my first time doing it. I just kind of thought it's the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing as the P2R, the older S60Rs. Same thing, I've done it on that one. I kind of just did it by that. It's a little different, but yeah, it's a little harder on these, but I don't have any instructions. I tried to find some instructions for the turbo replacement. Few people responded, but it just tells you what to remove on the turbo pretty much. It doesn't necessarily tell me like you know, like unbolt, how to unbolt the turbo, but there's no instructions on how to remove the firewall. Pretty much, yeah, it's not helpful. So this is going to be a video of me doing it and learning along the way. So if I'm not doing anything, something, you know, 100% by the instructions or what the Volvo Vita or whatever tells me, I don't have Vita, that's the Volvo software. So I'm doing it just from experience pretty much, and I'm just showing you by what I see and how to do it from pretty much from my experience on working on cars. So hopefully this helps somebody out. So yeah, I'm gonna install this real quick and I'll show you guys how it looks installed, even though you guys probably it's gonna look exactly the same how it looked with the old ones, but hey, let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna confirm that yes, they are plug and play. I lubricated my injector, the new injector seals, with some penetrating lubricant, just a little bit of lubricant on the side when you insert it into the rail, and then when on the seals that you insert into the engine itself, in the engine ports. And then yeah, and then you kind of grab it on each side and just kind of evenly wiggle it in and push it in. It slides right in, and then you just tighten the bolts. One of my bolts kind of went in hard, but halfway it's easy and then halfway hard. I don't know why, but either way, I don't know if that's gonna happen to you guys, but yeah. And then you tighten these 3 bolts, and that's it. And then I plugged in my fuel pressure sensor and all the injectors in, because I don't need to remove it to do the turbo. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna have to remove all that back part and the oil trap, because I'm gonna replace it. This you want to replace about every 100,000 miles, or if you're getting close to 100,000 miles, you might want to replace it, because if you don't want your seals to blow out, that's a breather oil trap for your engine. So yeah, I've done a video on that also on my channel, so if you want to find that, you can check it out too. But yeah, that's pretty much how it looks done. It's fairly simple, nothing complicated. Well, besides removing the engine mount and then messing with the coolant reservoir, and then removing the intake pipe. The OEM intake pipe goes this way, so if you have original intake piping, you're not going to have to remove that. You're just going to remove the engine cover, and then those things, the torque mount with the bracket, and then the coolant reservoir. But this you're not going to have if you don't have aftermarket intake piping, which I would highly recommend getting the DO88 probably one. I got the snap one. I'm gonna do a little mod. I'll show you guys later after I get the turbo out, because I heard some things about it. So anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up, because I'm probably gonna be one of the only people that actually goes in detail and mods these P3 Volvos, especially the 3.0 liter. There's a few guys, but a lot of them, they don't do YouTube. Nobody wants to deal with YouTube, editing videos, posting and all that, going through all that headache, you know. I'm one of them. I'm doing this for you guys, not necessarily for me. It's a lot of time for me and headache to film and post this video. So yeah, hit the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. It gets the video out to people. Yeah, this is going to be a fuel injector replacement on these cars, if any of you guys are wondering, or if you guys are upgrading, you know, not just replacing. So that's going to be a DIY video, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. Again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as usual, see you next time.